my next case says stop looking for ways to spend that TARP cash and just start paying our bills. Republican Senator Jim DeMint of South Carolina joins us right now. Senator, what are Republicans going to do if this issue of helping the unemployed or the underemployed comes up and it looks like you're just sticking to the letter of a banking TARP agreement and almost looking like a Scrooge? That's how it's going to be portrayed.
Well, it will be, Neil, but the president and the Democrats are out of control, and the worst part of it is they're delusional. They really do believe that this government spending and increased debt is actually improving our economy, despite all of the evidence. Now they're going to go back and break the law on this big bailout TARP program, which was supposed to be a loan. In fact, it was sold to us as we will actually make a profit as a government on it. They've used the money to buy General Motors and Chrysler. They're using it to monetize our debt indirectly. And now he's talking about taking $200 billion and doing more government-directed spending. He's never worked in a business, Neil. He doesn't know how to run a business or create jobs. What we need to do, it's what I've proposed and many Republicans, is first of all, we stop this tax explosion that's scheduled for next year. The Bush tax cuts expire. Every tax that you can think of goes up. Capital gains, alternative minimum, marriage penalty, it all comes back into play.
In 2011, right?
Well, next year it expires, but we start paying it in 2011.
Right.
But we also need to just cut the top marginal rate for individuals and corporations so that we're more competitive and companies can look way out in the future and know they'll have a competitive tax rate. The president's idea of 1 year of tax breaks for businesses, no one's going to grow their business on a 1 year deal. He just doesn't understand how businesses work.
Well, the White House has been arguing that the trend is their friend. The economic numbers are improving. The jobless figures, while they're still bad, aren't nearly as awful as they were. So they're saying they're on the right track and you're on the wrong track. What do you say?
Neil, if you remember back in January, the economists were saying our economy would begin to turn around in the third quarter of this year, before the president was sworn in, before this fraud of a stimulus plan. And so for them to be taking credit for the resiliency of the American economy is embarrassing. And the rationales they're using for saying the job loss is not quite as bad as it was the months before should be embarrassing to them. But what really grows the economy is a predictable low tax rate, keeping more money in the private sector. This idea that we can spend and borrow our way out of a recession is going to do just what you started the program with. It's going to devalue our currency, our rating as a nation, and we're going to end up with high interest rates and inflation and less jobs.
We shall see, Senator. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Neil.